Hey everyone, how's it going today? Leechess is trying to convince me to enable two-factor authentication because I am a streamer. I think I'm pretty low risk though in terms of like having my account compromised, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Or maybe it won't let me play a game until I do it. That'd be interesting. There we go. We get the game. You have to let me know if my audio settings are okay. Yeah, haven't done any streaming in a while, so we get a D4, D5, and we'll just see what happens. Try to do a Jobava London. I gotta admit, I've been thinking a lot about switching up my repertoire to a King's Indian as white. So, King's Indian. What am I talking about? Queen Gambit. Yeah, Queen's Gambit. I don't know what I'm talking about. So here they do that. I think the correct thing to do in this case is just to play it real slow. There is that, which I don't really like. So I think I will play A3. Seems a bit of a slow move, but I really don't like the bishop moving to B4. So we'll play A3. And then we'll see. Yeah, I do need to take a chance and switch up openings, though. I feel like it's going to help me grow more as a player. It just sucks because they say, who's they? People have said, I've heard it said, that you don't want to switch up openings. Like, just stick to something until you get, like, really high level. But, I don't know. The problem is with the Jobava, if they end up playing bishop to, f5, get their bishop outside the pawn chain, you have some really exciting, like, attacking chances. Yeah, so here we absolutely have to meet that with this. Now, there is this that we have to worry about here, too, so I can't just play here. So I think in this case, I might actually have to take, which doesn't look all that appealing, but that looks less appealing. I guess I could just get over to here, too, and pin. Let's see. If takes up there, this. I guess that looks like a bit of trouble, doesn't it? I don't think I'm ready for it. I think I have to play here. I don't think I'm ready for any of that. I think I need the knight to f3. Yeah, I just don't think I'm ready for it. That means they can play c4, which will be annoying. I guess if c4, there's b3. Might be an idea. I'm gonna have to castle kingside. I hate castling kingside in these positions, because I just want to, like, I just want to hurl pawns down the board, you know? But like I said, if they don't play their bishop outside the pawn chain, you don't really get a great, like, pawn attack, and things become very slow and methodical. And I don't know if that really works for, I'd say, my style, but to be honest, it's been about a year and a half of consistently playing chess, you know, non-stop. And I don't know my style. I have no idea. One of my chess friends the other day asked me, they sent me a DM, and they asked me, you know, they're lower rated, and they're asking me, how do I form a plan of attack? And I'm just like, what? I don't know. I don't know how I do that. Don't know how I do anything. That seems like a bit of a slow move, unless they're planning on something like that. Either way, I mean, they could be. But see, now if I move up, they don't have, I feel like they don't have that. So I feel like there, I can play this, then they, I mean, if they move up, then I've got enough defenders. But if I play here, then I guess I don't have one of those defenders, do I? Yeah, it seems like a bit of a slow move. I think in this situation I have to take. takes, but then it helps them develop their bishop too, which gives me, like, even more to worry about, which I'm not really a fan of. So, see, this is kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, I could play there first to allow me to play there. It also just keeps everything locked down. They could still take, though. Takes. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. But if I play here, too, this gets a little weak. Right? Am I worried about that right now? Not. I don't think I am worried about that super much. I more so just don't want that to come. So, we'll see what happens. Very friendly game so far. Very friendly, boring game. I guess I should say it's an exciting game. How am I going to get people to follow me and watch me here if I don't say, like, oh, this is an exciting game. Oh my gosh, look how exciting it is. Can you believe it? I surely cannot. But gotta be genuine with you. This is a very dry positional game. I feel like... Yeah, I'm just not gonna, like, take that and help them develop their bishop. So here, at least, things kind of work for now. Could I see them, like, pushing? I mean, maybe. There. Okay. Well, here, we do have, like, a bunch of stuff happening. Here, takes. It's messy. I don't know. But the thing is, if I don't take, it's going to be even, like, it's going to be even messier. So, I have to take, and then we'll go there. I'm not too worried about this at the moment, but maybe I should be, you know? I think if that, I intermezzo take there. I think it just has to work out that way. If they take here, then I'm really not as worried, because then I capture this way, and things are kind of tied together. Yeah, so... Yeah, I think they could try to get tricky. I think they, like, that seems tricky, because then of course, like, if I do the wrong move, I'm kind of in trouble. If I take here, too, I am leaving them with, like, 2 isolated pawns. Maybe good for targeting later. See, this is the thing. This is what kind of annoys me about when we get into these types of positions. It just becomes very, like, slow, methodical, positional games. Which, hey, I guess welcome to queen pawn openings, you could say. Maybe? Anyone saying that? I don't think so. But, I guess if I didn't want slow methodical, I could do king pawn openings. But I need to do more, like, also with black, when I'm the black pieces, I usually play Caro-Kann against king pawn openings. I need to start doing Sicilian. You know, I've been really thinking about switching up my repertoire for 1 e4 to c4, or to c5 instead, and going with accelerated dragons. But I have so much time, like, that where I've played Caros, and I feel like my win rate with the Caro-Kann is really, really good. But it also ends up being kind of a more boring game of chess, I guess. It's very simple, you know, very simple ideas. Anyway, yeah, just, sorry, stream of consciousness here, you're just kind of getting it. I really expect them to do this, it just feels kind of natural. And it's one of those deals where if I don't do the right thing, they'll get, like, a really good position off of me. So, and they'll just be up a pawn. Never mind the rest of the stuff. It gets into a really dangerous position. I don't even know, like, it almost feels like in some bizarro world I'd have that. Okay, they do that. Okay, let's take a moment to think. I don't think that helps me that way. I mean, there's a piece of me that thinks taking there, giving check, but then realistically I've got nothing, so I think I'm going to take here first, and then we just retake here. Or I could even retake here with the queen. But do I want to, you know? This is weak, potentially. They don't have any pieces developed. I guess there could be something to be said by just, like, gluing things in place, depending on what they do with this. This seems a little weak, too. There's so many ideas I'm having. But, this seems like... I'm taking some time because this seems like a critical idea in the position. You know, we're at a critical point. We also have, I feel like, check could come there, but then we just block it really easily. So I'm not super concerned about that. We also don't have... Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh, check, block. No, okay, everything's tied down there. I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried. It's just whether we'll capture with the queen. So queen takes, like that. What? Then am I saying this and then castle? Otherwise, I'm almost at a point, too, where I could take this away, move the queen out of the way, and then just create a barrage down the center. The king's still in the center, too. I don't know. Either way, I think I have to take here. This gets a little weak, so I do have to worry about that, too. Just seeing if I have any tactics, you know? Tactics are good. Taking here, this pawn, it becomes weak, but maybe then I can block it. I don't know. There's all kinds of thoughts. We're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. We'll take that way. Yeah. Got this bishop here. The bishop feels like it's pretty well placed. They could trade the bishop off. In which case, I mean, I think I'm okay trading off the bishop, honestly. Or if that, I could just come out here with the queen, but then that drops this. So, unfortunately, the queen is tied down to that pawn. Yeah. So maybe I don't want to... Ooh, that's a tough one. Maybe I don't want to trade. You know, so if bishop out, I go bishop e3 instead. Just tie things down for right now. Yeah, I think tying things down might work. Because otherwise, I'm just forever tied to this pawn. Of course, also now, we could just go straight in. But... this is interesting. Okay, what happens if here takes... just goes in? No, that's nothing. That's nothing at all. I can't do that. Okay, so takes, retakes with the queen, my queen to g4. I mean, you can also just castle into it. What am I talking about? That's not that scary, you know? Although, it is a double attack at that point. And if you do decide to, like... Yeah, I don't know. Of course, takes here. But then they're hitting this. Oh. That's just bad. I don't like that. As much as I like just getting in right away, I don't think I have it. Plus, if queen takes here, queen's also guarding this, queen's guarding this, so I don't have that. So we're just going to play bishop to e3, probably super boring. Probably the, like, most boring thing we could do. Okay, now we've got a threat, immediate threat there. So let's just go here directly. So now we're threatening this, and we're threatening a checkmate. Bishop's coming out here, and yeah, we've got some concerns. Good news is this could die, that could die, that could die. There's a lot of stuff here, depending on what they do. Yeah, I feel like there's an awful lot of things hanging. Or maybe nothing's hanging, I don't know. I feel like I've got some chances here. Because, yeah, I was able to just really swiftly get in over there. You could do something like queen here. In which case, I think I just take there. Mission accomplished, you know? I get something out of it, I'm also aiming at that. I feel like that's a good one. If the queen doesn't come out, then, I mean, this is definitely happening. But then, oh, the problem is that... that is actually a pretty good one. Okay, I don't really like this, because now I feel like we're in a situation where I'm gonna have to queen trade. I really don't want to queen trade. Here just seems like, then what am I doing, you know? Seems like a really bad spot. Here is definitely, like, threatening a queen trade. I don't know why I didn't see that. That seems like a really good move. Yeah, it's annoying. I think queen trade, saying your pawns are rubbish and trying to, like, claim I've got something based on that. I mean, also, they could just decide not to queen trade with me. So there's that. It's not ideal, but I feel like, it has to be threatened, you know? You could block it and say you want no part of the queen trade, I guess, with ideas of getting over there. That seems interesting. Well, that's a bad plan, though, because they can't really do this to do that. It's just not working. It's also a part of me that just wants to hurl pawns down the board, but I don't think I'm fast enough. It's a really interesting idea. Yeah, I just don't think I'm fast enough there to hurl pawns down the board. Got a lot of backwards pawns. You know, backwards pawns, some isolated pawns. I just wish I could do something. Okay, that I don't think is going to get the job done. Okay, but there... Oh, there and then there. Okay. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. Can I do that? Or can I do this? That looks pretty good. Actually, here... No, then there's takes. Oh, am I getting enough compensation for that? Hold on a second. No, there's no way I'm getting enough compensation. Okay, there's no way. I'm not getting enough compensation. So there we go. We'll go there. So they are pawn up now. Okay. So I guess just quickly, like, I mean, I've got a bishop that I can definitely use there. If I can get in, a lot of these will start falling. Maybe if this, then just go over here. That might be good either way. Hello! Hello, doctor. How's it going tonight? I might need a doctor depending on how this game goes. I don't know. Pawn down, but which is not ideal, but at least they've got doubled pawns, a backwards pawn, and some isolated pawns, so we'll see. Okay. I kind of anticipated that. If I go here and they go here, then maybe they can... I might put my pawns on dark squares and try to get my king up. Okay, so that does fix things for them. I'm gonna move there, because I kind of have to. Okay. I've still got... I've still got this bishop I gotta bring out. And then I can get my rooks out. We'll see. Oh, they're trying for that. I think just this is the prescription there. Not really worried about that. Ooh, this also opens up possibly a Fianchetto situation for me, depending on what happens. Oh, that's good. Let's go here. Go here, just threatening that. Also, I guess there's that, which seems like another real easy one. Yeah, definitely get the rooks, swing the rooks around, I think. Yeah, thank you. I'm behind a pawn, so I think, like I said, I think... Okay, that's just offering to fix their pawns. No thanks. No thanks. No fixie. No fixing your pawns. The only thing here is I'm up on time. Oh wow, okay. Oh, that's an idea. I think I can also just wrap around and get to the, yeah, let's just go on to the, you know, right here, right now. That doesn't work, of course. I have to do that first. But, yeah, so it might almost be time to take the bishops off the board. Also, I guess if I... Oh, look at that. If I do trade bishops, there's sure a lot of pawns now, like, that would be on the same... okay, let's see. Takes... Oh, yeah, let's start by taking. Okay. So, yeah, that is unfortunate, too, because I think now I'm gonna have to trade. Trade. Then there's getting... I could get here. Unfortunately, then, if I do that... They can give a check. I'm gonna lose a... But they're gonna lose way more pawns than I would, I'd think. Because, yeah, these are all lined up. Granted, you get an outside passer, but I get, like, one in the center, so... They can't be horrible. You have to go for that pawn. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't take the pawn in a3. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure. I could also just take there, it feels like, and then go back and take there and maybe just promote. Okay. I'll take there. Can I do that? I would say I don't think you want to come towards my piece, because then there's just that, and then I can take there. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty crazy game. Now I'm a point ahead, but it's not going to be a real easy conversion, I don't feel like. If this pawn can go away, everything will convert pretty easily. Just depending on where they go, there's that as well. Not really ideal. Not the ideal way to defend a pawn, you know? Ooh, there could be that. Oh, that's sneaky. No, it's not sneaky at all. Okay. That's pretty good, honestly. Actually, here, 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 here... No, that doesn't work. I don't think that works. I think I have to go here and protect. They're tied down to this pawn. Okay. But now I can just go there. I wish I had that. I don't have it. I do have this. I don't know if what I'm getting under that situation. Probably just allowing their king to come up, but maybe then I form some sort of mating net. Okay. So they're gonna try to give a check. If they give a check, then... Okay, can I just move forward? Why can't I move forward? It's also that, which is interesting. They're down to 3 minutes and 45 seconds. I have 10, so I really need to use my time to calculate the heck out of this endgame. Okay, that's not bad. I think, can I go here to here then? They take out that, but then I've got other pawns. Maybe. I think here, here, here. No, because then they take and then I take and it doesn't actually work. Could I go like that first? Also, can't I just go forward? Like... I don't know. It feels like I could also do something like this. And just go straight up that way. And then you can't really stop both. Which also, yeah, puts that under fire. But I feel like now I go here. And yeah, I'm taking there. If you do anything. And I've also got some passers on this side. Do I have anything here, like... I don't know. But there to there, like, I don't think I do. So they're down now almost to 3 minutes. So, yeah, they can't really push that yet. I feel like check there takes is, like, the best shot they have. Let's see, check there. I can't go here because then there's, like, another one. So I can go here. Let's see. But then the problem is that they still have... I'd have to do something pretty sneaky. I suppose you could try to do that. But then I do have a move with my... So the problem is that that is not really... Hold on a second. Let's see. So, up. So we push there. What happens if we... So we... Hold on a second. Just need to push here. Goes here for check. Goes here. They get it first, but I think I can... Ooh, I don't know. They probably have it. They probably have it. If my king was here, but it gets really tricky either way. King would need to go there to give a checkmate. If king goes down here, then I have this with, I think, a check, like lots of checks. So king cannot come down here. I think it feels really natural for the king to go there because it's just going to be checkmate. But that actually, I think, would be the end of the line for my opponent if they do it. Yeah, so... Close game. Crazy game. This is a really crazy game. Otherwise, yeah, the other option is check, move here. Like, I feel like they're gonna think about doing this. Like, they really have to, but it just doesn't work for them. Because, yeah, you give a check here, I go here, you queen, I take, and then I promote. It doesn't work, you know? So I feel like for them, the only way they have as a chance is to go king there to e3. Yeah. They're spending a lot of time thinking about it, though. Got 1 minute left on the clock. And we'll see. Under a minute now. 57 seconds. Let's go. At the very least, I think they have a perpetual that they could do if they want a perpetual. But I think it's pretty scary, you know? Yeah. Man, my heart is beating on this one. Okay, so they go there. That's really bad. I don't think I have anything direct. Because also, this has to stay here to protect this. So I think just all I've got is having to do this. I'm going to take a moment and think about it. I could give a check here first. That might be doable. They'd have to go down. Do I get anything for the check there? I don't think I'd get nothing, but I just don't know if I get anything well worth it, you know? There, they could go more forward this way, but you'd imagine if I go here, they're going to stay near this pawn, right? You would imagine. Because otherwise I just go up and eventually I'm going to take it. And they can't go here. You would imagine that it would be... You would imagine. Let's throw in a check and just see where they go. Because also, they're just about down on time to nothing, so if we can make them think a little bit, that's just fine, you know? Because, yeah, they're going to have to stay near... They'd have to stay near the pawn. Because if they don't stay near the pawn, I snatch it up, so... They're going to have to. Yeah, so they'll have to stay near it. Wow, dangerously low. Okay, so they go that way. But now I've got, like, another check? This way? Yeah, I got another check. And I can always go back, but I mean... I don't know. Am I getting, like... Do I lose anything through that check? Probably not. If they go here, I give a check with, well, they can't go there. Yeah. I don't know right now. I've also got this. Oh, that's good. That's cheeky. That is a cheeky check. I don't know if we get anything for it, though. But it does feel, yeah, it feels pretty cheeky. I just am forcing them further away. So let's just do that. Let's force him away from this pawn. Yeah. So we'll force him away from it. And then we were able to get that pawn because they can't really come and help. Yeah, crazy game. Yeah. I think, I mean, we've got situations like that to give check. If I can just get them down here. They can't really come in close to these pawns, so at the very least, I feel like I've got some chances, you know? Okay, I feel like now, for sure, that's definitely something, you know? Because I'm going to take there. Sure, you can take here. Yeah. Oh, they go there. Okay, well, I'll just go there instead. Yeah, we might have a, we may have a, there's also this, and if they take here, then I go in for check there. Yeah, so they're spending some time thinking. They definitely don't seem like they want a draw. So I just need them to make a mistake, like any mistake at all. Like, that's it. I just need a mistake. But otherwise it'll be a draw. They need to stay close to that pawn. I could almost go here and just... Oh, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, okay. Nope, that was a repetition. So, yeah. GG, I gained 1 rating point. Silly. 1 rating point. Let's take a look at the analysis board. Before we do, I'm going to kind of take a guess at that game. I bet I played with a 75% accuracy. It didn't feel too great. Didn't feel that great at all. Yeah, I'm gonna kick myself if I had, like, a winning endgame. I feel like that endgame must have been drawn. It had to have been a drawn endgame. Hey, thank you. Okay, so we're still looking at the analysis, still working on it. I predicted in the 70s. I had it. Okay, wow. I played with a 91% accuracy. My opponent also played with a 91% accuracy. We both had a average centipon loss of 18. So, yeah. I made 2 inaccuracies and a blunder, and my opponent made 4 inaccuracies and a blunder. So, yeah. Ugh, wow. Crazy. So yeah, the graph, yeah, our opponent was winning a little bit in the center, like the middle game, but yeah, it was kind of what I was thinking. In the end game, it seemed like it was probably drawn with, like, good play on both sides, which is what happened, so. Yeah, I just, you know, we played a Jobava London. Like I said, whenever they keep this bishop inside the pawn chain, you just don't get any, like, snappy attacks or anything going on with the Jobava. It just ends up being really, like, slow, methodical, you know, positional game. So I still think I want to try switching up my openings as white. F3 was a mistake there. Interesting, alright. Let's see, what did it want instead of F3? So instead of F3, it's, the engine is saying that, knight to B5. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Why was I not aware of that classic Jobava theme that we got going right now with the bishop and knight on C7? I don't usually like these positions, though, because, like, technically, yes, that's probably better. It still feels like they can defend that way, but I guess they can't really, because you just take it. There's no real good way to defend against that, that square at this point. I mean, best shot they have is probably playing, the engine says queen d7 here is the best move. That's horrible, man. That's a horrible decision to make. So yeah, we had a really good attack brewing, and we kind of missed the opportunity there. This stuff is all fine. Now there was one point where in here where we started to lose the edge, and black was winning. So that was the wrong idea there. It's better just play bishop takes on. I just didn't like this. I looked at, like, this sort of line here because I thought it was pretty interesting, but it's not really, because queen can just take here. I can't take there. I can't take, like, everything's held, plus the rook is hanging. Yeah, I didn't really like this line too much. I guess engine says it's still fine. Like, it's not great for white, but you can just play bishop rook to d1, and, you know, you can be okay. But, yeah, I didn't really like that position. Anyway, we're dead even here. Queen to g4 was the inaccuracy. Alright, so that was the inaccuracy there. Bishop c4, yeah, of course, just getting the bishop developed, castling right here is what the engine's gonna go for. This was a blunder, which is crazy, and they missed it. Yeah. Yeah, of course, because, well, they got it later, but yeah, I could never take, because then this. Yeah. So, yep. Okay. We got into this position, but of course at this point, like, black is better here. And at this point here, we started to equalize. Yeah, then we managed to equalize. We were able to get the bishop there, and then move in here and start snatching pawns. But even at this phase right here, it didn't matter. You know, this rook endgame was just drawn according to the engine. So. Alright, so I guess we'll take it. We gained 1 rating point. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to end the stream here. I need to get something to eat. I'll be streaming more this week. I took a break for a while from streaming, but I'm going to try to get into just streaming rapid games. So, yeah, if that sounds like fun, love it if you could follow me, and yeah, I guess you'll get to see me blunder about, and hopefully somewhere along the way gain some rating. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye-bye!